10 acres in Silverton, Colorado. This is what I call an epic and world-class land investment. This is about as unique as they come. My name is Miles McLaughlin here at Wilco Land. What we do is we buy and sell unique and epic properties, right? Our niche is land investing, and we offer pretty good prices. I think some of the best prices on the market is what we try to strive for. So big cash discounts. We offer seller financing as well. Just clicking through some photos, you can see how cool of an area this is. It just really is world-class, right? You've got recreation at your fingertips all over. In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can access a property on your own. We do offer more of a self-service model, right? So you will have to go view the property on your own. I'm going to talk about where it's located, talk about some back history here. There's actually like an old cabin on the property as well, and an old mining road that gets up there too. So I'm going to cover a lot of that good stuff in the video, talk about some potential uses for the property as well. This is what's in what's called the Alpine Loop. There's OHV trails, there's recreation just everywhere in your backyard up here, right? Wildlife, hunting. It is a really, really cool location. When we talk about owning land in world-class locations, this checks that box. It's a super gnarly property. It's super cool. There might be some people interested in winter use up here, but I think for the most part, it's going to be a summer use crowd that's going to be interested in something like this. So just clicking through some of the photos, I won't keep going through them. I do want to talk about, number one, I want to talk about the location. I want to talk about the history with the road and the cabin up there. So this is an old mining claim. We're not just selling the mining claim, we're selling the land as well. So, you do own the land as well, right? You own a legal parcel ID. It comes with both, right? I assume there's no valuable minerals on the property. If there were, they've probably been mined. If I'm wrong, then buy this and get rich. That's not my specialty. That's not what I focus on. I'm a land investor, and that's what I'm good at. So just getting you started, I'm just using the GPS coordinates here. I want to give you a bird's eye view of the property. It's down here, north of Silverton, within this national forest, right? It's not too far away from Telluride too. So really just a cool location. I do own 10 acres, like right around Eureka as well. A very similar property if you're looking for something else. So, like I said, the target audience is buying this for recreation, right? Off-roading, hiking, backpacking, camping. It'd be a cool location for a campsite, maybe an off-grid cabin, some sort of Forest Service cabin or yurt up here, or maybe just a bug out spot for you and your friends to go out to. So get creative. You're in the middle of nowhere, right? And so it looks like this road is closed December through May. So people might take snowmobiles out here and other snow machines like that. So wanted to give you that bird's eye view. We'll see if we have any street views nearby. Not too close. You can see this road right here. You can get some street views back here, which is pretty cool, actually. And I did have it pulled up on Google Earth as well. So we'll see if those street views are right in front of the property or not. Looks like they are. That's pretty cool. So there are street views back here. How cool is that? Check this out. That's really cool, right? So you can go up and down on this road and look at street views out here and get an idea, of where you're buying land without even going out to it. So zooming out, this is our property. It's an interesting location. It's a really interesting property. It's steep. It's clearly really steep. I'm assuming there's some avalanche danger up there during the winter. Just keep that in mind. And you can see though, so look at this switchback. Somebody built a road up here, and look at this. There is a cabin on the property. How unbelievable is that? Like how did they build that? I mean, that's as cool as it comes, right? That's really unbelievable having a cabin on the property like that. So something to keep in mind. I have no clue, how they built that road, but you can see that road roughed in. I'm going to do a time lapse on Google Earth here. And actually we can look at the history of this property. You can see that switchback comes in from, driver's discretion advised, right? We, as a disclaimer, hey, this is sold as is, right? For the adventure type that want to go up here, go ahead at your own discretion, right? It just depends on everybody's backcountry skills and whatever their skill set is. It really does. Everybody's going to be different when it comes to land investments like this. Here's another little cabin that somebody's built too. So if I go back to 2009, the year 2009, I'm just looking to see what's happened over time on this property. And we can see that. And I might even take this filter off to see if we get better imagery, but the imagery gets pretty bad that late in time. You can see that there. If I go back to 2011, maybe we can drop back to 2005 and see if anything's different. You can still see those old switchbacks. I mean, 1985, you can't see a thing. Again, there's these old switchbacks. For those viewing the property, it's what I can say is it's going to be an adventure. It's an interesting property. Like I said, it's gnarly access. You can see that road and a little bit of different imagery right there, and the cabin right there as well. I have no clue what kind of shape that cabin's in. It looks like this. It looks, I mean, it's really cool. I mean, how often do you find these type of land investments? How often do you see properties like this for sale at the price that we're asking? I think this is $14,000-$15,000 is what we're asking for it. So for this location, for this type of property, a recreational asset like this that you own over time, it's pretty cool. I guess a worst case scenario, like I said, you have a hike-in property. I have no clue what that road condition's like. I don't know where to access it. I'll hop on Onyx Maps just to give you an idea of what we're looking at. But again, this is a property. You are surrounded by National Forest as well, so you can keep that in mind. You are surrounded by National Forest. You'll always have that hike-in access, right? Everything around you here is the National Forest. So yeah, just diving into this. I have Onyx Maps open. You can see our parcel highlighted here. This is who we bought it from. Again, I can zoom in and I can see the cabin down here. And you can see that switchback going through Forest Service land. So it's on along Mineral Creek on County Road 18, it looks like down here. So that's going to be your access road. You're going to have access to recreation, as I mentioned earlier in the video, just at your fingertips up here. So the buyer of this property, like I said, is probably looking for a recreational land investment, looking for something quirky, looking for something interesting. This is what you're going to get here. So there's not going to be a lot of restrictions around the property. You're out here in the middle of nowhere. It is at elevation. If you look in the bottom right of my screen here, we're hovering between like 11 and 12,000 feet elevation. To give you an idea of the elevation of the property, you can click around on Google Earth and see, imagery that people upload to it. So you can see, this, like I said, is an Alpine Loop. It's very famous for the recreation and for the scenic overlooks, all that good stuff, right? Here's Engineer Mountain, Engineer Pass. So there is a lot of people. I mean, it looks like the top of this ridgeline is accessed. This is accessed for sure. Engineer Mountain looks to be Engineer Pass in Colorado. So that's pretty cool. So people are out here snowmobiling. They're probably backcountry skiing. So I don't know how far this road goes. It might end right there. That might be a turnaround point on Engineer Pass. But again, it's going to be an adventure for somebody interested in buying this. Like I said, our target audience probably has some level of skill set, being in the backcountry and working with topography and terrain like this. Like I said, you're in a world-class, beautiful location. There's just not a lot of opportunities to own land like this. It's unique, it's epic, it's different. It's going to be fun for somebody to own this and find out some cool ideas, use it for camping, recreation, and things like that. So again, all I'm using are the GPS coordinates to access the property. Camping's allowed up there. I'd be really curious if you do make it up there, give me a call. I'm really curious what kind of condition that cabin's in. I'm assuming it's pretty deteriorated, but that's just a guess of mine. So I don't have much else to say on the property. We do offer seller financing. I do have another 10 acre just south of here that I'm listing that does have better road access on Maggie Gulch Trail. And you can find that property right here as well as a video. Where is that property? It's 10 acres at elevation right here in Silverton. This property actually does have street views and road access. So this can be accessed right off Maggie Gulch Drive. A very similar land investment with just much easier access that I wouldn't consider gnarly. You can take a Jeep, you can take a pickup truck and get right to the property and maybe rough in an RV site on that property, maybe put some sort of structure on it, hobbit home, something like that, an off-grid, seasonal structure. So that's what we've got. Like I said, we've got a lot of land investments out here in Colorado. I do have a 25 acre on the Colorado River outside of Debec too, if you're interested in that, as we scroll down here. So like I said, just finishing the video with a disclaimer. This is not legal advice. This is not real estate advice. You as a buyer need to conduct your own due diligence and make sure the property is the right fit for you. I'm simply sharing what I know about the property through my experience and my time in the industry. Thanks for tuning in.